Welcome back, guys, to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Today, things are looking much better. Much better. Bitcoin is coming up once again, nearing 54,000, and altcoins have exploded back in a big way. In a big way, everything looks pretty darn good. And Bitcoin's next stop could be at $80,000. All signs point to Bitcoin getting ready to make this huge leap from where it is now. And I'm going to show you why it could be at $80,000. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Happy Friday. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Looking forward to this weekend and next week. But yeah, it's like I said yesterday and the day before and the day before that and the day before that, there's a lot of doom and gloom. A lot of people are anticipating that Bitcoin was going to fall much lower and somehow that the run is over. But you know what? What a change a day makes, right? It definitely does not feel that way. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m., 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And, I have a big announcement today. Big announcement that some of you guys have already seen. So let's do this. Let's change my screen. Not showing up. Let me do this first. And there we go. Okay. Well, Bitcoin is coming up. 53,700. And yes, CME futures expirations already over. And I believe Bitcoin options expiration is already over. So there's really no big pressure anymore to drive things lower at this point. So a lot of people, including yesterday, the whole week, people were fearing we're going to go down to 43,000 or 47,000 or we're going to go to 30,000 or Bitcoin's run is over. I'm like, chill. That's nonsense. Nonsense. No one should be fearing Bitcoin above $50,000. No one. Just pay attention to what's going on out there. There's just way too much money that is looking to enter the space. So whatever whale manipulation they may be doing before expirations, well, it's just temporary. And it's actually a really good opportunity to be buying the dips, taking advantage of those bargains. That's why I've been listing so many bargains, over the last week, and they have all come up extremely well. Myself, I look at my portfolio and I'm gaining on Bitcoin. The overall value of my Bitcoin is going up each and every day, despite the fact that fiat may be a little bit down from its highs, but still, I'm definitely gaining a lot. It definitely pays to be diversified right now. It really pays to be diversified. But anyways, Bitcoin, let's just go over a few things real quick. Of course, I already talked about there was about $6 billion worth of expirations for options, which is the largest ever in history. And of course, we had CME Bitcoin futures expiration as well, which I don't know the volume. And people always argue, well, if you look at CME's futures expiration, they don't actually equate to that much. But trust me, in the past, it was always the same thing. And there's always whales that's trying to drive things up or down to fit whatever motive that they have. And the same thing with options, right? Which is now a big thing. But now this is over. Both of them are over. And the big one to look forward to is, of course, next month. So I showed you guys this. I came across this recently, which looks at the open interest for calls and puts. And you can look at all the ones coming up. And this is for Deerbit, which is the biggest options exchange for Bitcoin. And looking at April 30th, the last Friday of April that's coming up. And I'm going to zoom in here. Take a look where all the calls are. They're mostly at $80,000 and above. You have enormous calls, 4,800 calls, more than 4,800 at $80,000. Then you have 84, 88, 100, and 120. Even 120, there's 2,200 calls. So there are a lot of traders, a lot of option traders that is anticipating a huge move for April. So this is where I got that 80,000 from. You know, a lot of option traders are anticipating that it will be at 80,000 or higher. Now, something else that correlates with this is the fact that traditionally, after March, which is a really bearish month for Bitcoin for some reason, if you go back 11 years, it's traditionally really bad for Bitcoin. But this March, I know it's not over yet, so knock on wood, there's still a few days left. But this March looks like Bitcoin is going to end positive. And that is not bearish at all. And, you know, what follows is what's really exciting, because traditionally in April is a very, very, very bullish month for Bitcoin. Going all the way back to 2013, you look at April, we're talking about 10, 20, 30, 40% jumps in April, coming off a bearish month in March. So, if you consider what we just went through bearish, which really it wasn't because we gained, just think about what's going to come in April. That's why I'm really looking forward to the start of April, because we could see some explosiveness. We know that Bitcoin has been, you know, stuck under $62,000. Boo-hoo. Yeah, it hasn't broken 62,000 yet, which only came like 2 weeks ago, as if that was a lifetime ago. It feels like it, but yeah, that was only 2 weeks ago, right? April is about to hit pretty soon, and we could see some explosiveness past $62,000. And this also correlates to, you know, what I've been showing you guys, how this looks very, very similar to what happened in January, when Bitcoin took a full month of basically, you know, dipping, sideways movement, volatility, right? But after that 1 month, Bitcoin really started moving up in a big way. And we're kind of seeing that right now. It's not exact, but we're seeing that. And we're nearing that 31 days, right? So things are matching up pretty well. So that is why I'm not fearful. None of you guys should be fearful, right? But there's always talks about how, oh, this next, you know, whenever we hit a new high, there's always talk, oh, is this the top? Is it going to come down? And blah, blah, blah. You know, what I do know is if you want to excel at the Bitcoin game and the crypto game, what you want to do is develop diamond hands. You want to dollar cost average and HODL, and that is simply it. It's that simple, and it works with altcoins too, not just Bitcoin. All right, so yeah, that's primarily what's going on Bitcoin. You know, we have the pressure lifted off. We're going into a weekend which can go either way. We have seen very, very, very positive weekends, and also some not positive weekends. But seeing how we're just coming off of this week, you know, my thinking is we're going to see a positive movement, as a lot of these option traders are also anticipating. So get ready. But in the meantime, if you look at altcoins, which I also discussed, you know, the overall market cap almost up 5%. BTC Dominance is still down. It's still climbing down. It's slowly going down, and that's because look at the altcoins today. Man, people that complain, Charles Hoskinson was complaining that people in his live chat were brain dead, you know, because people were probably asking him too much about, you know, why Cardano isn't moving and this and that. Well, look at it. Cardano moved up pretty substantially, 12%. You know, to move 12% as a big cap, that is so hard to do. But you go down the list. Yeah, today's mostly in the green. Just yesterday I talked about, you know, I came up with a video saying undervalued or bargain buys. Terra, I said, was one of them. Look at it. Terra's up 15% today. 15%. Not too bad. And they're coming in to $10 billion. They're going to be a big cap soon, just like Theta, right? And you go down the list. VeChain was one I mentioned. They're up 11%. And you go down the list. There's others. DeFi projects like Aave that's doing very well. Cosmos is another one I mentioned about. They're a bargain. They're up 10%. And then you have other chains too. Kusama, Avalanche, Solana. I mean, things are looking very, very nice. Very nice. They're not all the way back to their previous high, but still a step in the right direction, and they're actually moving much quicker than Bitcoin at this point. All right, so there's a few other things. There's not a whole lot of news to cover, just a few other things, and then I'll get to Q&A. Number one is a lot of people thought this was a scam, but it's not. So I did tweet this out and put it on my YouTube as a post too. So I'm going to steal other people's ideas about giveaway, mostly because I want to expand my social presence. And that's all this is. If you load it up, basically it's a way for you to enter to win 5 ETH, 1 ETH per person. But I'm not asking you to send me ETH to get it back. No, it's nothing like that. All you have to do is visit my social media. That's it. You visit my Facebook page, which a lot of you guys do. Visit my Twitter and follow it. A lot of you guys do, but I put Instagram on there, my Patreon on there. You can refer your friends, and I'm probably going to add a few more things on here over time. But this is going to run until the end of the year, and I'll select 5 winners. It's that simple. I'm not giving away 5 BTC, but 5 ETH. I think that's a pretty good prize, right? And so far, almost 2,000 people have entered. Well, 2,000 entries at least. And I'm going to make it a little fun. There is one extra one on here that's called secret code. And the secret code is something that I'm going to slowly reveal over time. So I'm going to force you guys. I'm going to force you guys to watch. So over time, I'll give you clues on what that secret code is. And if you get it, that's plus 100 entries. So it's worthwhile to pay attention to what that could be. All right, so I didn't want to address this because a lot of people saw it on Twitter and Facebook, and they're like, "This has to be a scam." George never does giveaways, whatever, right? This is really a way for me to promote my social media, but also give you guys something in return. So I just want to verify, yeah, this is legit from me, and you don't have to send me anything ever. If you do get people asking you to send you ETH or Bitcoin or whatever, don't do it. Don't do it, okay? They're all from scammers and imposters. I'm not asking you to do that. All right, what else is there? Kava, which is a sponsor of this channel, which is actually a project I really believe in. They're all about DeFi, cross-chain DeFi. Their Kava 5 is coming up pretty soon. And with that, the most significant change is their hard protocol, which is their moneymaker. And basically, they're going to open up a whole lot of staking and high interest. And they told me that if you stake Bitcoin, you can earn up to 25% APY. That's for Bitcoin. Most staking projects give you like 5%, 3%, and they're offering up to 25%. So that is coming. That is at the end of March 31st. So look forward to that. All right, and then lastly, I do have a new sponsor today, and they are BogTools. And this is actually one that people have asked me during Q&A. And I'm like, it looks okay. I don't know what it really does, but now I look through a light paper and I actually do understand. So their sponsor for today, they're basically Oracle play. They're trying to be Chainlink. It's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to be Chainlink on Binance Smart Chain. And they have interesting hookup with PancakeSwap too. So if you go into the light paper, they'll tell you exactly. This is probably the best written light paper I've seen because they tell you exactly what it is that they do without all the fluff. I know it's not a white paper, it's light paper, but still, I've seen some horrible light papers. Number one, they do have a random generator. This is something that Chainlink introduced not too long ago, but if you do want some kind of user randomness, I don't know, for games, gamification or whatever, they'll be able to do that. Also, they'll allow you to place orders on PancakeSwap and other Binance Smart Chain DEXs. That's kind of unique. So they're building that in so that if you do run a DeFi project, let's say, and you do want to place some kind of automated order, you could do that. So that's kind of interesting. They'll also have, they'll allow you to create gamification with tokens. So they'll help you integrate with that. They're also going to have an NFT marketplace, which allows NFTs to be minted or traded. They're going to have a chart, basically mapping out all current and historical price data. That's pretty good, right? So, I mean, it's an Oracle that actually does a whole lot, right? And they look pretty interesting. So, if you're interested in BogTools, their URL and their Telegram or Twitter, their URL is in the description of this video. All right, that is it. Let's do some Q&A. And while I've been talking, Bitcoin is coming up to $54,000. Not that it's a big deal. We have seen that before, but still, step in the right direction. All right, let's do this. All right, so first super chat, any name asked, maybe you talked about it, but what do you think about Crypto.com and their new recent launch of their DeFi wallet? You know, I did not know that. So I know Crypto.com, everyone's been asking me because their new chain is coming up. That's the big thing with Crypto.com. A lot of people are very excited about that new chain. Of course, they do have a universal wallet, but I had no idea that they introduced a new DeFi wallet. Oh, did they change their page? Oh, I think they changed their page. Fastest growing crypto app. Those of you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, Monaco bought Crypto.com domain name for like $5 million. And that may turn out to be the smartest move ever. 5 million is a lot, but still. Everyone searching Crypto.com will be led here. That's brilliant, by the way. I'll have to test it out. I don't know. I haven't played around with their DeFi. And it looks like they're in NFT too. It says new NFT. What is this about? That looks like some kind of music. Live now. Never miss a drop. So they're doing something with music? Well, that's not music. Interesting. I had no idea they're doing NFT too. So yeah, very, very interesting. So I've always liked Crypto.com, but I think I like them a little better now. So thanks for bringing that up. Austin, appreciate that. Alex asked about BTC ST, Bitcoin Standard Hash Rate Token. What is this? Bring Bitcoin to DeFi. It would be better if it said bring DeFi to Bitcoin, but yeah. Each BTC-ST is collateralized with 0.1 terahashes of Bitcoin mining power. By staking, tokens are entitled to rewards. Yeah, I feel like that's too gimmicky. They're trying to collateralize a synthetic token with mining hash power. I don't like it. I don't like it. Friendly Prod, thank you. Carl, yes, I am going on Meet Kevin's show tomorrow. 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, so watch me there, support me there. But I think Kevin has his live chat only for members. Like, you can't talk unless you're a member, so that's kind of greedy. But anyways, I shouldn't talk about greedy because I'm looking at super chats. But yeah, I'd love to see you guys there and support me. It'll be interesting. I have to watch some of his videos. People have been telling me he's not a very big fan of DeFi, so I'll have to look into it. Try to set up a collab with Dumb Money guys like you. They do arbitrage research. Okay, I'll look into them. I've never heard of them before. What do you think about MITX? Oh, they're an old project. I forgot what they do. I remember this. Power blockchain. We empower you to develop, deploy, integrate application on the blockchain. Okay. So they're kind of like a white label solution, a deployment solution, so that you can deploy what you want very easily. I guess that's what I'm taking from this. And there's of course there's many use cases for it. I think that's what it is. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I don't know much beyond that. It is on KuCoin, which is good. They have been around for a while. I remember that. So they've gotten some traction. Maybe they're going to do NFTs or something. That's why they're getting hot. So it's an old project. I'll look into them again. I'll put it on my research document. All right. Any ideas what Dash will do? I don't get a lot of questions about Dash, but supposedly they're still very popular. Where did they fall to? Supposedly they're still very popular in Argentina, but they're a privacy coin, and privacy coins are getting delisted left and right. So I'm not a fan of privacy coins. If you're trying to make money, you want to have the coins be listed on as many exchanges as it can, right? But if it's being delisted, then it's not really getting any traction. I like Cody. I think they're promising. They basically help people create DeFi stuff. Anchor is interesting. It allows you to create nodes, one-click deployment nodes. I don't know. I kind of expected. I think Anchor popped because they got added to Coinbase, right? I think it was a surprise addition. But Anchor itself, I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, you have to pay for the nodes. Of course, it's not free to run it. It's basically you're renting cloud service for nodes. That's basically what it is. But I'm actually surprised it climbed up that much. I guess the Coinbase effect is real. People are asking about Ecomi. I'm trying to get a CEO on or COO on for an interview down the road. But yeah, they're promising. They have a lot of licensing. They have an NFT marketplace in their VV app. So pretty good. Do I know any competitors to BogTools? No, because I don't know. There's some Oracle plays I've seen before, but I don't know of any, to be honest. Contentos. Partnership with Data, Chainlink. You know, first of all, when people say they have a partnership with Chainlink, that doesn't mean a whole lot. But Theta does. Because almost everyone has a partnership with Chainlink. They've been out since mid-2019. They're on Binance Chain. I don't know why my browser is so slow today. The decentralized global content ecosystem. Immutable credit system. So they have a credit score, a trackable copyright transaction. Okay, maybe this, yeah, like, this is all nonsense. No one cares about that. Why don't they just list this first? Is the first video platform powered by Contentos? Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, this is competing with Theta again. So they probably partnered with Theta because they want to put their shows onto Theta's platform. But ultimately, they're in the space, and I would just say go with Theta. When I think about Cartesi, allows coding smart contracts with software stacks like Python. If you were a coder, that probably sound good. Like for me, that means nothing to me. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I really don't. Orion is good. Holochain's coming up, but I don't know how they really changed. They just call themselves Holo now. You know, they were renting out storage space basically, and then, you know, they're promising blockchain that they're not a blockchain, take that back, they're a DAG, which works a little bit differently. You know, they were all about like different layers, and they're using like medical terms on all their stuff. I don't know if they've really gone beyond what their original mission was. So can't tell you. I mean, they're still holding relatively well, 1.4 billion. So they have been making moves recently too. You could see. I think a lot of the old blockchains or DAGs, you know, let's just call it smart contract plays. A lot of them is coming back in full force because people are anticipating that they're going to do big things, and a lot of them coming back in full force, honestly, because they're getting into DeFi or NFTs now. So I'm guessing Holochain is into one of those. I think Holochain also has a partnership with Orion too. And I forgot what it was for, but they do have it with Orion, which is a big DeFi play, which I really like. Ryan, unfortunately, people always ask me about Algorand, and I just know it's founded by a smart MIT professor. And they do have like stable coins on there for DeFi, and I've heard of some DeFi projects, but I haven't been following that close. I just think there's other ones that are more interesting, that I follow a lot more. Luna has synthetic asset exchange, 1 billion total locked in value. Locked in value really means nothing. There's a lot of projects with a lot of locked in value that's worth nothing. So their synthetic exchange, okay. I know they got a big pump when they were added on to Binance, but I'll put that on my research list. I know a lot of people have asked me about that. Christian, appreciate that. Filecoin trades higher and low momentum. Please review chart. I'm not a big chart guy. Not a big chart guy, Peggy, about Filecoin. What I do know is it's been moving up quite a bit because of the trust from Grayscale. And even after that, it's been going up. But can it go up further to a big cap? I'm going to say it's going to be harder at this point, but who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of storage plays out there, and I usually say just go with the biggest Filecoin. But they have gone up so much. Like one I covered yesterday that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to is Arweave, which is still relatively small, and they have a lot of traction. So I actually like Arweave better as a storage play. Can we see a big drop from Expiration today? It's already over. It's done. Can we still see a big drop this weekend? Sure. But Expirations is done already. SafeMoon is the biggest scam out there right now. So don't get into it. There's way too many people trying to pump that. I was meaning to look at Clay because it just like shot up to like 7 billion out of nowhere. Yeah, I have not had a chance to. I gotta look at that too. But I think they're a South Korean project. I don't actually know what they do. Maybe we could just look at it real quick. And I don't even know what market they're on. Like what exchanges. Out of all of them, they're on Bittrex and Coin One. Most of the volume is on Coin One. Blockchain for all, we pay for your transaction fee. So there's some kind of blockchain that is highly scalable and feeless. So I still don't know why they're worth so much, though. There must be some huge, huge backers into it. I think Pundy's X is token burn and a new token, just called Pundy X rather than MPXS. I think that can definitely move them up. And they do seem like I was very negative towards them before, but after seeing how much progress they have made and the fact that they're really, really trying, like really a project that did not give up. So I'm liking them a lot more. Max, appreciate that. Laura, thanks me for covering Cosmos the other day. No problem. Synthetic and GRT, I kind of label them in the same area. They're kind of in that weird spot where they're not really moving anymore. So synthetic is around 2 billion, and where's the graph they put under Binance ecosystem, which it should not be there, and they're both around $2 billion, right? So I think they're gonna come up. DeFi will come up. Once Bitcoin starts going up to like 80,000, I think all these will fly again, right? But a lot of the DeFi momentum just got sucked out and went to NFTs because NFTs just like very, very hot. Everyone's talking about NFTs, so I think they'll come back. You got to just give them time. Pope asked, what's the token economics of BPro? Wasn't clear in the interview. What about player? You get one question at a time. It was like 3 times more than what it is. I think it's something like that. You could see it on their website, but he said he talked to CoinMarketCap, so maybe they fixed it already. No. So the true market cap is more like 120, 130, something like that, which is still a very small project. I still like BPro quite a bit. I think if you just listen to that interview, listen to Rue, he's just like a ambitious, smart young guy that's very very willing to work at making it done. And I do like how they're cash flow positive already, which means that they don't have to sell off tokens to operate or anything. So I think they're gonna do well. LMT prediction after 1 month. What is LMT? I don't even. That's not even a project. And to try to do like that doesn't really make any sense. What's LMT? That's not even a coin. Doge is hibernating. Economy is good, but it is a mid cap now, so that could limit its upside a little bit. But I do think as long as they continue to keep executing, which looks like they are, I think Economy is going to be. It could be a powerhouse. They could definitely be a powerhouse with the licensing they have. Yeah, they renamed this cell. Mainframe went to Hi-Fi. Generally, I don't like projects that rebrand themselves and go in a very different direction. But it looks like they went, the direction of being a money maker, right? Money market. Money maker sounds better. Money market. So basically, they're a lending project now. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they could still be good, but I don't like the fact that it went from something and just rebranded to complete DeFi play. Just like WanChain. That's why I don't even like WanChain anymore. Because WanChain it's all completely DeFi. It has nothing to do with supply chain anymore. What are your expectations of the blog and for the market cap? I can't give any expectations at this point. Have you seen Paint? Yes. It's a little gimmicky to me because I get the concept. It's like Microsoft Paint and you do a mural and then you create an NFT and you sell it, right? Any Joe on the street that's using it, they're not gonna be able to sell their NFT for anything. You have to have real brand recognition, a celebrity, someone that people care about, So I mean, it's okay project. You could do whatever. You could mint as many NFTs as you want, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Player. Player? Yeah, that makes more sense. Player is a gaming ecosystem created for gamers and gaming fans, rewarding them for playing, creating content, viewing, and social interaction. Okay. So they're kind of competing with Theta. Kind of and kind of not. Obviously, they're going to have a streaming platform for players, but they're also going to make it so that you can do other things, like run tournaments, maybe esports betting and stuff like that. That's where it goes into something else. So, Player is the first ICO on VeChain. I didn't know that. Player will be a pioneer gaming ecosystem partner with VeChain and deployed on top of it. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know they were the first. It could be good, but I still recommend Theta. I know Chain Game's been making a lot of press with esports betting. Player could be good, but I don't know. Professional gamer influencer tier chat. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into them a little bit more. Where are they at? That's horrible though. They're not in any good exchanges, and they've been around for a while, so they might not be coming back. There's another one. There's another one that's on VeChain. I forgot the name. They're like a NFT play on VeChain. I was very interested in that, but I forgot the name of the project. Marco, you missed a lot. but I appreciate that super chat. Foam looks disruptish. They're up way too much today. Secure and transparent location data. Foam provides tools to enable crowdsourced map and decentralized location service. Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere. This type of service is not going to compete with whatever's going on with phones and GPS and Google and all these guys. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Karthik, stop asking me about price predictions after 30 days. Just calm down. Just calm down. If you're trying to make big money in 30 days, you're going to end up losing. So don't do it. Nervous Network is some kind of promising, but they're not new. They've been around for a while. It's a blockchain that is focused on cross-chain interoperability, especially with tokens. So I know that they're really into that. That could be an entry into DeFi, but I don't know much else outside of that. I do like Rev Token. I think mostly because they're under the brand of Animoca, and they're doing some really good things. Gemini Earn or cold storage. I think Gemini Earn is interesting. It's very easy if you use Gemini. But you know, what turned me off is I was going to try it too. If you read through like the clause, like if you're about to like stake into Gemini Earn, the clause or the warnings scared me because it's like, we're not responsible if this gets lost or stolen and this and that. Seems like they're just being, hands off. Like once it goes to Gemini Earn, which is a third party, like we're not responsible for it. And that really kind of turned me off. So that's why I don't even use it. Boone, if you ask me about SafeMoon again, I'm going to ban you from the channel. I'm going to ban anyone from the channel that asks me about SafeMoon again. This is my final warning. Final warning. Tornado Cash, that looks like a horrible project already. I know that he's pushing Eternity Chain quite a bit. That's what people tell me. But I looked at it and I didn't see anything on their page worth looking at. So I don't know if they have a terrific backers or team or something. But I can't say anything outside that. Last time I looked at it, there was nothing on the page. Everything just said, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Phil, yes, both of those projects are fantastic. Syntropy, I don't know Syntropy. Can you look at Chromia? It's back in full force. They're partnering up with Anchor. Okay. Well, partnering up with Anchor doesn't do much. It just means that you can spin up a node on their cloud service. That's it. But I think, they're trying to prove themselves with My Neighbor Alice. And as long as that does well, they're going to do well. So we'll see. We'll see. Compound is good. I was surprised that they actually got more liquidity than Uniswap. So that was really surprising. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Kate, I don't know. Maybe not. All right, guys, that's it. Overall, today's a pretty darn good day. Expirations already happened. Futures, options, both expired. So now things can run like normal. And I mean, quite honestly, Bitcoin didn't really do much in April. A lot of people were talking about how this is, so horrific and stuff. It doesn't even compare to what happened in February or January. And historically, March has been fantastic. I mean, March has been horrible, but what's happening right now is fantastic. So, but knock on wood, March is not over. We still have another half week or so before it's over. So we'll see. but the pressure of futures and options are gone, and I'm anticipating a very big, bright future for Bitcoin, $80,000, and a lot of option traders also think so. So that is it. I'm following me on Twitter, especially because I'm gonna post up my interview schedule for next week. I interview a lot of people, including today. I'm going to interview CEO of Harmony too, a project that I really love. And I'm going to post it all one after another next week. So next week's schedule is going to be a little bit different. So follow me on Twitter. Make sure you don't miss out. And also make sure you don't miss out on a giveaway. You know, this is legit. So make sure you check it out. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.